Hey guys, how's it going? Dudey, Rhino here. This is, oh shit, it says Sunday. I changed it. Yeah, it's Mondays now, so ignore that. Just let's get rid of that. Q&A day. Because I was doing this on Sundays, I'm not going to do it on Mondays. Because to be honest, videos perform really badly over the weekends. Probably because all you animals are getting on the sesh, which is fair enough. But anyway, we're going to do Q&A Monday. I've been inundated with so many questions, it's unbelievable. Like, I normally do Q&As on Instagram and I get loads of questions. But I've asked you guys for questions via the Q&A system on Instagram and you've sent me fucking hundreds. So I'm going to cherry pick like my favourite ones. I'm also going to try and answer the ones that I got a lot of, because a lot of you guys asked the same questions. I did promise that I'd shout you out if I asked your question, but obviously if I'm asking a question that's been asked by loads of different people, I can only shout really one person out. So apologies for that. But listen, it's a new series, so I need to know if I've got your support on this. So please smash that like button. I would love for this, just like any video now, to get 1,000 likes if that is possible. Oh my god, unbelievable. But I think that might be asking too much, so let's aim for 750. But if we can hit 1,000, holy fucking shit. Let's start off with, am I going to Reading Festival 2019? Yes, I will be there. I'll be there with my crew. I'll be there with some new additions to the Dudey Rhino posse, to the Bradwell Massive at Reading Festival 2019. I'm very much looking forward to it. It's going to be a fucking amazing time. I'm looking forward to seeing all you guys, as I always do. All the pictures, all the hellos, all the chats, all the sesh. I can't wait. And of course, with that is the Thursday night sesh, which of course is happening. So many people over the last few weeks have been like, oh my god, is the Thursday night sesh happening? Yes, of course it fucking is. And listen, I want it to be bigger than ever. The first one we had, well, it wasn't a session, it was a meet and greet 2 years ago. We had about 80 people turn up, which was class and such a big moment for me. And then the following year we did a meet and greet, or the Thursday night sesh as we called it, and we had about 400 or 500 people turn up. That was mental. So I would love to smash those figures this year, which mathematically we should. Last year we were on around 10k, we're already on 26k now. Projections should be around 35, 40k, 50k I reckon, best case scenario by the time Reading rolls around, although it is only 2.5 months away, holy shit. But yes, so there we go. Also, interestingly guys, because obviously this is a Q&A where I don't mind answering you know, all your questions and that, I have not received one question asking me to what my thoughts are on this year's lineup. So I would have done it. If someone had asked, I would have done it. So if you want that, you might have to ask for the next Q&A. So yeah, sorry about that. Okay, on to the next question. This is another one. I think I'm just going to get the ones out of the way in this pilot episode that I've been asked a lot of, right? So a lot of people have asked, how did you and Jack meet? So basically, my memory recalls doing a live stream, funnily enough, advertising the Thursday night sesh, and I was trying to plan it. I've been planning it since November 2017. I think this was literally like a week or two before Reading, and it may even been the week of Reading. Might have been like a Monday or a Tuesday stream, and basically the chat just erupted because I think Jack tweeted that he was going to Reading Festival. So everyone was just like, oh my god, you need to get him to come to the Thursday night sesh. I was like, okay, I'll tweet him. And if you guys support the tweet, like it, retweet it, and then tweet at him as well, you never know, we might get his attention. And it did, and he said, sorry, I'm not going to be there till Friday, but have a good time. And so that was that. Didn't think anything more of it. Anyway, come back from Reading, and I think it was like the Tuesday night, something like that. Randomly, I was just on my phone about 1 in the morning, and I come out like, Jaackmaate follows you on Twitter. I was like, what the fuck, that's random. But yeah, again, didn't think much of it. Just sort of play it cool, do you know what I mean? If he messages me or whatever, then that's cool. It was kind of a mystery as to why he was following me. By the way, also, I decided to do this sat on the floor because I thought it would like be, I don't know, a little bit more like intimate, like, you know, like me and you having a chat, and it was literally the worst decision of my life. So next episode I might be stood up again. But yeah, anyway, so Jack followed me. I didn't message him. I thought let's see what happens here. And then it was either a few days later or a few weeks later, I can't quite remember, I did a live stream for Calm Men's Mental Health charity live stream. I love doing those live streams. And he obviously saw on Twitter, because I was tweeting about it, he popped in, he donated, and he said, I hear you're local, come and meet me for lunch. So 2 weeks later we met for lunch, and we got on. I told him like where I wanted to take the channel and all that. He said like, oh, I can see you're really big on your festival stuff. I said, well, to be honest, mate, I've always just wanted to do comedy stuff. That's kind of the direction I've always wanted to go, blah blah blah. So he said he'd help me out. He said he'd mentor me, show me some tips and tricks and that. And that was that really. It was a positive meeting. I met him in a pub, and then we went to a Spoons, and then he went on a night out. I went my separate ways. And that was that. And then he gave me his number, and we like chatted about YouTube and that. And a few weeks later, he invited me on a night out. I thought, fuck it, let's go. And then we had a fucking quality night out. And then that night out turned into more quality nights out. Friendship bloomed from there, and now we're really close mates. And he's absolutely quality. He's helped me loads, and I really fucking appreciate it. But that is how me and Jack met, and how we've got to where we are today. Also, pretty mental that it's gone from that to me moving into his in 2 weeks' time. So there we go. There's a little bit of a bonus Easter egg for you for tuning into the Q&A. Okay, so Tom_Cole2002 asks, how old were you when you started gym? So I started the gym when I was about 16, 17 years old. That was when I started, obviously, college and that. And I was doing my sports science courses, and obviously part of those were your gym instruction courses as well. And from there, so I did 2 years doing sports science at college. I then went and done another year at a different college, at City College, Norwich, doing sports massage. And with that was like level 2 fitness instructing, where I did the national competition and stuff and won that, which was absolutely mental. And then went on to do my 3 years in sports science, health and exercise. And alongside doing those years during the degree, I was working as a PT and sports massage therapist. So along all those years, obviously training people and that, obviously I trained myself. I have had periods of time off due to injury or due to burnout. That was a big thing. That was definitely a big thing. So I was a PT and sports massage therapist for 4 years. And it was around the time that I finished my degree that I just kind of thought, fuck this shit, because literally it got to a point where I was basically, you know, in a degree of sports science, health and exercise. Obviously it's the human body during exercise and all that sort of thing, and optimum performance and all the rest of it. So the gym is an integral part of that, and training is an integral part of that. So basically I was studying it, I was researching it, I was testing it, I was training clients, I was training myself, I was working at a gym, and then I was clocking off of that gym to go to another gym to train myself, because the problem with being a PT in a gym is when it comes to training yourself, it doesn't matter if you've got your headphones on or anything. People just think, oh, it's the guy that works here, let's ask him questions, and that's absolutely fine. I'm all up for answering questions on the gym anytime, but obviously at that point I just wanted to train. I'd been at work all day, I just wanted to get my workout done, and it just wasn't possible. So yeah, so then I had like, fuck me, about six to 8 months off after that, and then got it back into it after that, and then it's kind of been on and off ever since. But this year I've been trying to smash it as much as I can. I was absolutely obliterating it, then it injured my rib, but I'm back now. I'm really enjoying training again. But to answer the original question, yeah, about 16, 17 years old. Why do you support Leeds when you come from Norwich? Well, basically, my family, my dad, my uncle, my cousins, they all support Leeds. I mean, my dad and my uncle, you've got to understand, they come from an era of like Don Revie, Billy Bremner and all that sort of stuff. Also, obviously, the glory years, well, I say glory years, but you know, when you had the likes of fucking Mark Viduka, Alan Smith, Harry Kewell, Dominic Matteo, fucking Danny Mills, Paul Robinson, Rio Ferdinand, you know, back when Leeds had a fucking shit-hot team. You know, we had Eric Cantona for a season, then sold him to fucking Man U for $1 million, and the rest is history. But basically what I'm saying is my dad and my uncle watched them when they were really good. So there's a picture of me at 1 year old in a Leeds kit, so I never really had a choice. And so all I've known is agonising pain supporting Leeds. But yeah, that is why I am a Leeds fan. Where do you think you'll be in 5 years, says Brian Stowe.rm. That's obviously Brian Storm with a full stop in there. Where do you think you'll be in 5 years' time? Where do you think you'd be if you hadn't done YouTube? Okay, let's start with the second part, as you've snuck 2 questions in one there, cheeky. So without a doubt, well, I say without a doubt, there's two possibilities actually, where I would have went with my degree. So I'd have either went into clinical exercise physiology, which is basically sort of rehabilitation. So for example, let's say someone has a stroke, obviously they go into hospital, they have an operation, and then unfortunately with a lot of things like stroke, basically a lot of the time you need to be taught how to walk again, all your primary bodily, primary mobility functions and stuff, and that's where a clinical exercise physiologist comes in. The clinical exercise physiologist is like the first port of call in the steps of recovery, even before the physio. So I was really interested in clinical exercise physiology. It is a bastard to get into though. So that was one option, and I'm fascinated by psychology. I love people and how they work. And so the idea of being a sports psychologist always fascinated me, you know, because with athletes, motivation is such a massive thing, and more importantly, motivation after defeat and loss is such a crazy important thing, and that was where I really wanted to focus if YouTube didn't kick on. Fortunately it has. So where do I want to be in 5 years? Still doing YouTube. I want to be in a very successful point of YouTube in 5 years time, because although I've been doing YouTube for 7 years, the first 5 years, the first 6 years even, don't really count in the sense that that was all just practice, that was all just training. Now I feel like especially now, from like November 1st going full time, now I'm a YouTuber, like now is where I kick on. So you know, yes, I've been doing it for 7 years, but if we say I've only really been doing it properly for 1 or 2 years, that means I'd only be 6 or 7 years into my YouTube career, which is still relatively young. So yeah, I just want to, basically my main goal right now is to stay in YouTube, stay in the area, stay in the industry, which I feel like I've kind of cemented myself, especially with the Happy Hour podcast and the connections that has made, and just the where that has kind of put me in the echelon of YouTubers, if you like. I want to stay here. I'm here to stay. So I want to keep on growing. I'd love to in 5 years time. In all honesty, I feel like if in 5 years time, if I'm going from strength to strength, if I'm not at 1 million subscribers, I've done something wrong. So in 5 years time, I would love to be post gold play button. M_04 Campbell _ says, any big projects coming up? Yes, we're doing a meal deal documentary, and I'm going for it. I'm not pissing about. I'm not like, obviously I'm going to make it funny, but I'm taking it very seriously. I want this to be one of like the best things that I've ever made. So yeah, it's good. There's lots of factors within it. I'm giving myself the whole of June to make it. Like, I want to do this really fucking well, and I'm sure, as a meal deal seems to be like a hidden national treasure, so important to the people of Britain, I'm gonna do us all justice in this meal deal documentary. But that's it, guys, I think, for this one. Let me just show you quickly the response you guys have given me, right? So this is all the questions. Look at those. Look, it's still going. I'm still scrolling. There we go. Unbelievable support. Thank you so much, guys. Fucking amazing. So there's definitely a series in this. If you guys want me to keep answering questions, then I will. Obviously, like I said, this one I've kind of answered like the most asked questions, apart from where did I come up with my name. I can't answer that anymore, guys. I've answered it too many times. Please, someone who knows, comment down below where I got my name from. I'm sure you can make up all sorts of stories for that. But that's it, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I really fucking appreciate it. Let's turn this into a series. Let's support it. 750 likes will get this into a series, but let's make it 1,000, please, because that's kind of like a benchmark. Right now, my target that I set myself for each video is 1,000 likes, 5,000 views. If it hits that, I'm happy. Let's go on to the next one. But that's obviously currently on 26,000. When we hit 30,000, then it obviously goes up and up and up. But right now, 1,000 likes, 5,000 views. If we can hit that, fucking perfect. That's it, guys. I hope you've enjoyed. This is something a little bit different, but I like mixing it up, and I would love to turn this into something regular, because it gives you guys an opportunity to ask me questions and get to know me better and get to know my process processing what I'm thinking and all the rest of it. So yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, if you're new here. And yeah, all the links down below if you want to join, become a member, become a patron. Patron is an amazing way to support me as a creator. So if you want to do that, that would be fantastic, but you don't have to. The main thing is like, share and subscribe. If you want to buy some merch, it's all down below. All right, thank you guys, really appreciate it. Sweet one, geese.